So today we're going to talk about nostalgia and why it's a bad thing. You see, God doesn't want us to linger in the past. He wants us to move on. Now I know things may seem worse these days, or they may actually really be worse these days, but what if it isn't? I don't know. Due to these evil agendas that these elites got going on, it seems like every generation has its troubles. But if we were all to focus on God, we actually wouldn't be having these troubles. And if we didn't have these troubles, we wouldn't be thinking that these days are worse than those days. You know what I mean? Please join me in Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 to 21. The Lord said, "Forget what happened long ago. Don't think about the past. I am creating something new. There it is. Don't you see it? I have put roads in deserts, streams in thirsty lands. Every wild animal honors me, even jackals and owls. I provide water in deserts, streams, and thirsty lands for my chosen people. I made them my own nation so that they would praise me." We have the answer right there. Right there. So Isaiah chapter 43 verses 18 to 21 is actually saying, this is urging for those who follow God's ways to move beyond focusing on the past experiences, both positive and negative, and to anticipate God's new and greater work in the present and the future. God is always doing and creating new things, even when we don't see it. In this passage, God is telling us to have faith in Him and embrace the new things that He is bringing forth. You see, when we hold on to nostalgic things, whether that's movies, TV, music, or like even toys from our past, that is actually the devil's doing. The devil is trying to timestamp you to something in the past, to hold you there emotionally. He's trying to invoke strong emotions, whether it's happiness, joy, depression, whatever. He's trying to timestamp you, to invoke your emotions, to force you to stay in the past. God wants to move you into the future, have you moving forward. But the devil wants you to stay back. And he's eventually going to use your emotions against you to get you into a depression. Think about it. We are supposed to move forward and embrace what life has to offer. Not stay back. Not try to keep what was once ours or whatever. Not to keep us in a moment. We gotta move on. Us millennials wonder why there's a lot less adult-like people. It's because us millennials have more of a tendency to hold on to things from our past. Hold on to our liking for like Ninja Turtles, the Rugrats, Batman, movies that we like what is it called? Like Forrest Gump or something like that. And that's causing us not being able to move forward the way we need to. And we're not able to become adults. We are always looking for the adultier adults.
Newsflash!
We can be those adultier adults too. We just have to let go of our nostalgia. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but it needs to be said. A lot of our TV shows from our past, they were created to invoke strong emotions from us, and movies too. Like take The Lion King, for example. Mufasa's death.
Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
emotions from us. Very strong emotions. That was probably the first time that a lot of us was introduced to death. And that caused great sadness in us. Forrest Gump. I know how many of you feel about Tom Hanks. He's not exactly a good guy. But we're not gonna go there quite yet. But take a look at Forrest Gump.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
Learn about Forrest Gump is about this disabled kid. He was physically disabled and mentally disabled. We grew to become compassionate towards that little boy, who later in the movie grew up to be an older man, played by Tom Hanks. It was still mentally handicapped, not so much physically. But because of our compassion towards that Forrest Gump character, we actually established compassion towards Tom Hanks. And a lot of us grew to love Tom Hanks. He also played other characters from other movies, like was it Castaway? I've never seen Castaway, or whatever you call it. If you've seen Castaway, you can let me know down in the comments about like how you like the character that he played. Not exactly how you feel about Tom Hanks, because a lot of us feel the same way. He can kick rocks. He can kick rocks, okay? He played in The Green Mile, which, again, that invokes strong emotions, along with, what's that big black guy's name? Michael Coffey or something like that. Yeah, what happened to those two little girls in that movie was very devastating. Let's see what... I am drawing a blank about the characters that he's played. He played Mr. Rogers in that Mr. Rogers movie. And we all grew in love Mr. Rogers, right?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
So because we loved Mr. Rogers, we probably loved Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was kind and compassionate, and we loved him for that. He invoked emotions on us too. These celebrities play characters that invoke strong emotions. That actually causes people to have a hard time letting go of these their feelings that they have towards these celebrities, which creates nostalgia. And the devil is using that too. The cartoons that we watched as kids also played a role. Like, I remember watching the Rugrats, Batman, DuckTales. Those were all part of like my Saturday morning cartoons. And while they provide like good memories, we need to let go of those. I know many people have, they bought like Batman toys, Rugrats figures or whatever to hold on to that nostalgia, to remember the good times, but we need to let them go. We need to let them go. And I know there are many people out there that collect, those collectibles or whatever, but let them go. Let them go. Now, I'm not saying that reminiscing the good times is a bad thing, because it's not. God has blessed us with, our memory. It is a blessing. Whether your memory or my memory is good or bad, it's still a blessing, because we can use our memory to learn lessons, to move on, right? To move on. Okay. Yes. Excuse me. I, for the most part, have had a good life. I've had a good childhood. And I am very thankful to my adoptive mom. Yes, I was adopted. She provided me with that. She provided me with other siblings to grow up with. We shared good memories, also bad ones. And because of the good memories from my childhood, I was able to take those and apply them to my children's childhood. Now, I also have bad memories from my childhood, back with my biological mom. But because of those, I was able to learn what not to do and teach my children right from wrong, And yes, I do share some of my bad memories with my children, only so they learn why they should do things like a certain way. Now, there's a famous tune that's going around here on TikTok that invokes strong emotions, strong nostalgic emotions. Listen to it. I'm sure you've all heard this tune before. The song is usually applied to videos on TikTok to invoke deep emotions attached to memories. This is the devil's doing. Now, the Bible doesn't specifically mention nostalgia, but it talks about the concept of longing for the past. Now, like I've mentioned before, when the devil can timestamp you, he can use those memories and invoke strong emotions and cause you to go into a Great Depression or into any depression. And from that point forward, he can easily manipulate you. He's very deceiving and conniving. Now, up until this point, I've talked about movies, music, and TV shows. But let's talk about toys. When you see this, what emotion does this invoke? If you're like me, you said fear. Because these things would randomly say things like, feed me, and yum at 3 a.m. while you were sleeping and it was buried under a pile of clothes or something. Yeah, those things gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now let's see what God has to say about nostalgia. Please join me in the Bible. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 10.
The next day.
Do not say why the former days are better than these days, for it is not wise to ask that. This is simply stating what I've been stating throughout the whole video. Do not dwell on the past. God wants us to move forward. Move on.